Hey. Well, welcome back to, what are we calling this show these days? Kill the DJ, that's right.
What we're always calling it.
We're calling it Kill the DJ. And this week, we get to kill a new DJ, a person that I've known for several years. George has known for several years. Many of you have probably heard this person late night on your radio stations. Who here has listened to WYEP? WYEP fans, I'm a WYEP fan. I am also I'm a donor to WYEP, and I have done fundraising to help raise money for WYEP. I'm tooting my own horn because public radio is a fucking godsend. If you don't know, you need to tune in because the bullshit they force feed you sucks. With all of that being said, my good friend Mr. Kerem Gochman over here, Dub Mission Radio, WYEP, in the building. Everybody, big round of applause for Kerem. We won't do too much back and forth right now because I'm going to have you come over here after your set. But if you want to, just a quick intro for yourself, and then we'll let you do your 30 minutes, and we'll get you over here to talk. Switch.
There we go. TJ, George, thanks for having me. Yeah, my name is Kerem, host of Dub Mission on WYEP. Last 27 years.
Wow.
But who's counting, right? Here to play a few records for 30 minutes. I'm excited.
Love it. All right, Kerem. We're going to put 30 minutes on your clock. We're going to hang out, and we're going to give it a listen. Please, have fun.
Enjoy.
Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? From Neptune, 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 Neptune. Have you heard the latest latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune. Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? Have you heard the latest news from Neptune, 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 Neptune? It's so nice.
The way you taste in the morning makes me shiver. I hold my breath between two worlds you lay. Slowly, the sky turns pale, wondering where you are, out on your voyage into the stars. Sail until the
I like watching you in the
underlay,
morning
that'll leave your
while you
anchor
sleep.
in the sand before you go.
Through your dreams, still wandering, flying to lands that are nowhere near.
Fly away into the stars, dream until the sunrise in the morning. Keep on dreaming. I hold all my cards to my chest in the midst of a romance. I don't want you to see, don't want you to know, don't want you to hear what I'm thinking of while you're in your trance. Float off the sun like the
I like
rivers
watching you
where
in
the
the morning
nightingale
while you
keeps
sleep.
singing. Don't you wake
your
up,
dreams,
just keep dreaming,
still wandering,
peaceful on
flying
your
to lands
pillow.
that are nowhere near.
Sailing to the underland, better leave your anchor in the sand before
Don't
you
wake
go.
up, dream.
Oh,
Don't wake
awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's the first all vinyl set we've had on this show. I believe we are somewhere around like episode 40 something. You know, playing catch up to you. We're gonna get there.
It's a new dawn.
Thank you so much for coming up and playing and hanging out with us. We'll let you clean up for a second, and then I'd love for you to join us at the table, and we'll talk to you about all the things that you're doing with YEP and how long you've been doing the show and all the fun facts. But in the meantime, hi, boys. I haven't seen you guys in a while. How do you like the new setup?
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah. I had a
this is
giant
dope.
cloud that I built earlier today that was hanging from the ceiling that will eventually sit above us and be lit up. There was some technical difficulties
Okay, all right.
right before the show
Cloud,
started.
you say?
Yeah. It was pretty sweet.
So like a lady cloud?
yeah,
you-
it's
it was-
real
it-
big. It's
Ooh.
really
I'll
it's
tell you
pretty
what, man.
pretty rad.
We're just doing so much with the production quality
Yeah,
here.
man. I was like, I've been having a weird brain all week, and I was like, I got fucking weird energy. I got to get out of me. So I came in today, and I built a fucking like 5 foot wide light up cloud lamp. It turned out
Just out
pretty
of
rad.
curiosity, is this something you made or something
Yeah, no,
you bought?
I made
What'd
it.
you make
Oh,
it out
wow.
of? What'd you make
Cool.
it out of?
Paper lanterns, hot glue, polyfill, LED, and I probably should have reinforced the top a little bit better, but I didn't. And now I know for when I fix it how to make
Awesome.
it better.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
That is
gonna be
really
sick.
cool.
Yeah, I've been really on this whole I want to be more creative and more hands-on kick lately.
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm also there's something going on with my brain this week, man. I'm in a zone, and it's a weird zone. Much like I'm hyper focused on shit. You guys ever get like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Totally.
So it's not just me.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's partially you. You annoyed the shit out of me this weekend, but we'll talk about that a different time.
That's fair.
Yeah,
How is that different from every other week?
that's fair too.
No, I was real good the weekend before that.
No, it's true. Weekend before he was a sunshine. Absolutely.
Yeah. It's crowded 2.4 gigahertz environments are bad for our mental health.
Yeah. Fuck your ADJ bullshit. That thing's fucking never.
It wasn't
coming
even
in,
the problem.
It's never coming on the road.
It
with
wasn't
me
even
ever
the
again.
problem.
That's
it was
fine.
it was trying to use the uplights as transmitters. That was the problem.
That's also a problem. Yeah. That doesn't work.
I didn't know you had the transmitter with you.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that
I
made
roll-
all-
I run deep. There's a gray door all the way at the very end.
You got backups for backups.
You got to give it a little kick. Yep. Backups on backups. Listen, all right, so here's the story. We were at a wedding this weekend where I was just production. It was just sound and lighting. They brought in a DJ from New York, and we were at the Children's Museum, which is right by Allegheny
that's
General Hospital. And there's a lot of like broadcast stuff that's happening in the airwaves over in that general vicinity.
They had 18 access points.
They have 18 access
That was
points.
the first thing I do now is I use my Wi-Fi analyzer to see how many networks there are.
And the reason he does
I'm
that,
sorry. What's 18 access points?
like internet access points.
Yeah, like when you
okay.
Like
search
Wi-Fis.
for available Wi-Fi, there was 18 possible things you could connect to.
How big was
Why?
this venue?
It's the
It's the Children's Museum.
It's pretty.
That's,
it's big.
I mean, that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Pretty
So
big.
like there were literally 4 access points for their Little Sprouts program alone.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, that's egregious.
we're
but that's
getting
a
off
fair
topic.
amount.
Yeah, we're
going
getting
to
off-
stay on topic here
on
because
topic.
we're going to bring a guest in.
Yeah.
TJ has been trying to convince me for the last 9 months that his ADJ lighting controller, which is a very robust software, and I appreciate the level of in-depth programming you can do within that software.
It has
easily.
a specific drawback.
The way that it communicates with our lights and the way that it communicates with my system
Perfectly at Crush,
is
mind you.
fine when there's not a lot of interference.
It's true.
But as soon as there is interference, it fucking blows.
Yeah, there's
It
problems.
also has blown
Although-
like 5 other events. It has
No, it
dropped.
hasn't.
Yes,
Not
it did.
5.
There's been an issue at every single event we've taken it to where it's dropped out in the middle of the night. And you're like, I gotta get it fucking working again because it's just fucking running on auto now because the signal sound fucked up. Blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens at every single event.
Not everyone.
Everyone.
No,
except
it's-
for the
it-
strip club.
There you go.
Yeah. So we
It
can
only
take it
likes
to the,
it only likes the titty. It's just like It had a
It's
long run at
weird.
Oddballs. Listen, that tablet was fine at the bar. Matt's here in the house. Yell real loud. It worked at the bar. He's not going to yell.
He's
Yeah,
told me that it's crashed at the bar and he's had to reset it in the
That's
middle of
literally
midnight.
not at all what happened.
He's told me.
That's fine. We're going to bring the guest on. We'll argue about this later.
But needless to say, sound switch in the Eternal Light transmitter is the way to go. Kerem, Gockman,
Come on in.
Dub Mission Radio, WYEP 91.3 FM, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And is anybody else going to use turntables?
No.
No. I mean, I could fake a vinyl set with what's in the back of the warehouse, but it would be real rough. So probably not.
I kind of wanted to play my
I haven't
my
played on
10-inch.
vinyl in about
I mean, you want to just play that for your entire set? Is play that
18
one
years.
record?
No, I'll bust it out another night. We got the setup here.
All right.
This will happen again, I'm sure.
Oh, definitely. Hey,
Hey,
thanks for coming out.
of course, thanks for having me.
Listen, you've been on the radio now for 24?
27.
28.
27,
28.
28.
27, 28
right.
years.
And that's not even a record for WYEP. There's people that have been there longer than me.
Really? Okay. Now,
I'm up there.
have
but
you always been the same time slot too?
Pretty much overnights.
Okay.
Let's put it that way. It started on Tuesday nights back in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually, maybe 2001, 2000, they moved it to Saturday nights. It disrupted the blues programming for 12 hours that they would
Okay.
start at 5 p.m., go until 5 a.m. Are we allowed to swear on here?
Yeah, yeah.
So it started at 1 a.m. at the time, and people would call, what is this? Robots fucking music.
Yeah, yeah.
There was a lot of that.
That's how my dad referred to techno whenever
See?
it first came out.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Robots fucking. Okay.
And later there was a B-side, Under New York City Neon Lights.
Okay. So,
So that disrupted the blues, and it started at 1
Okay.
till 5. And then a couple years ago, they moved it to midnight. So it's now midnight to 4.
okay.
So it's 4 hours.
It is a 4-hour show.
each
Okay. I
week.
thought it was 3 for some reason. So, okay, 4 hour, midnight to 4 on Saturdays?
Saturday nights. Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I found your show, obviously, is like coming home late night, 2 a.m., the bar is closing, and like my radio dial is legitimately, if I'm listening to the radio, it's always WIP because it's the only radio station that plays music I like.
Right.
Shout out to WYP, everything they're doing there. I love you guys. So like your show would be one of those things that I would catch on the way home and I'm like, who is this dude that is playing this weird fucking music at this hour? But you get stuck in it because you're coming home and you're like, this is just what's going to happen next. Where is he going with it? How is it going this direction? Because like the way that you progress through sound, whether it be jazz influenced stuff that leads into like more of a trip hop hip hop style, like your flow has reasoning behind it. Like you've got the setup and the punchline essentially with what you're doing, and I appreciate all of that. Yeah. Is that something?
And yet it all comes to me spontaneously.
Okay.
There's a little bit of rhyme and
Does
reason.
it really? Because there's got to be some sort of rhyme or reason,
I
buddy.
think there's a little bit. I do have the ones that I want to play each week, so I have a little notebook.
Okay.
I write out probably 50 to 60 between new releases that I played a few weeks ago that I feel I still want to get to play a few more tracks from, and then I just start playing and then see where it goes. So off that list, I scratch stuff off that I played, and it's a good feeling when you can scratch it all off.
Yep.
But that's rare. There's usually about 10, 15 that don't make the cut that go on for the following week
Okay.
or whatnot. So
So you have like a back catalog that you have to keep pulling from for the stuff that doesn't necessarily make it?
right, and sometimes you just feel in the mood to play whatever you want to play right at that moment because it just feels right, and that's
How
you
much
want.
of the stuff for your show are you bringing in that's personal collection, or do you also have like a vault like WRCT has a vault?
Go ahead. YEP.
right.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah, I'm using strictly my own music,
Okay.
my own collection, which is pretty extensive after 20-some years. Records, CDs, downloads.
Okay.
For a little while, I did cassettes,
Oh.
but
Now, do you
It
guys
was-
have a vault down there, like an audio vault?
station. Yeah, they have like a library,
Okay.
a collection. Yeah, it's nowadays mainly on the computer. There's
course.
WAV files,
Yeah, yeah.
but there is still the CD collection. I think the labels still send the CDs.
Yeah.
But the days of taking a CD from the library, putting it in,
Yeah, yeah.
that's long gone because it's easier to just load up the files.
It's a
with
shame, though,
programming.
isn't it? I miss the feel of doing something.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, everything I play, I touch and put in, aside from, of course, if it's a file.
Yeah.
Then I'm just scrolling on the CDJ to find it, listen to it, or whatever. But
How much of your week do you think is spent sourcing new audio, like just searching for new music? Is it constantly going in the background during the 9 to 5 with you, or is it something that like you designate time throughout the week for?
I squeeze it in my day whenever I can, but it's an everyday thing, whether it be a few hours a day or take a majority of the day.
Okay.
I still dedicate some time to it. Sometimes if my regular job is piling up, then I might not get to it as much. So there's certain days that I power through it as well, but if you add up the hours each day, probably like close to a day,
Yeah.
a week of
Okay.
prep. But my wife once told me something a few years ago when I was complaining about the prep time and how much work this is. Remember, you love doing this. And because of that,
Right.
that always kind of kicks in the moment I hear myself saying, oh, this is too much. Just remember, it's what you enjoy doing.
As someone who has done the radio thing, albeit on an online type of setting,
Right.
had a couple online shows, house channels, which were pretty popular and really good. But I found the whole concept of trying to be as current and as new and fresh as you can possibly be every week to be absolutely maddening. So I got to take my hats off to you, my friend, because you're doing this every week for 28 years and you're still fighting down the demons in your head that are saying, man, this is just so much work anymore. Right. And you're doing it for a 4-hour show. I only did 2-hour shows at most. I don't know how you do it, man. Honestly, I really have to just tip my cap to you because
Thank you.
unbelievable.
So, I have a question. I will say that was probably one of the most interesting sets I've seen in a long time. It was really good. I enjoyed the music, but like interesting was the best way I could describe it. I've never heard anything like that mixed, let alone on vinyl. So, like, do you play out anywhere? And if you play out, like, where do you play out? Like, what books that type of vibe is what I'm asking.
Right. I play out when I'm asked. I don't go seeking. I'm pretty busy as it is, but
Yeah.
I try to be a little selective on where I'm going to play. If I know someone, if I know the venue, it usually leads to knowing someone and trusting them.
Yeah.
Been doing this long enough to know promoters, people, companies, and then spots, the location, the hours. There's a lot of things to factor in. What you heard, kind of knowing what this was a little different than what I play out.
Okay.
Depending on what the gig is. I have played that at like the Carnegie Museum, the outdoor gig
that'd
that
be
I did
sick.
once, so a couple times. But
You had a residency at a hotel for a while too, didn't you? One of the like boutique hotels.
right, the old the Ace Hotel,
Ace Hotel,
in East
okay.
Liberty when it
Yeah.
was before COVID.
Yeah.
Which was nice. That was a jazz night. It's like strictly played jaz.
And
on
and
those
that's how I
nights.
really know you because I would go to that night as often as I possibly can.
It was a monthly.
Yeah, and I loved it. I mean, that's yeah.
Right. Ace had
Not a
good
lot. Not a
DJs,
lot of
yeah.
people are booking that type of thing
No,
anymore.
no,
Unfortunately,
that's why I
but,
asked.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
But I'm gonna go get set up there because I'm next.
Cool.
awesome.
And I'll get set up and then I'll come spin the wheel.
You do that. I love that. So we do some weird things on this show. I don't know if you've been able to like go back and watch any of the old stuff, but we've been doing challenges and all of these fun things. So this season, because we're rebranded a little bit every season, we kind of change it a little bit. I now have a Wheel of Death essentially.
Nice.
And the Wheel of Death is various challenges. It's giving the opportunity to the AV guy to tell you what to play. It's swapping laptops with other people, random stuff just to kind of keep you on your toes. We've also done some other challenges where we've done like paint swatches and you had to interpret a color into an 8-minute set or draw a name and or a phrase and create an 8-minute routine off of that. So like stuff to get the brain going and thinking about music a little bit differently. Because most of us have been DJing for a while, we get the fundamentals and we kind of get, and at least for me, I feel I get stuck in a rut sometimes.
Nice to spice it up.
Yeah, so like having this weekly thing where our entire mission every week is like, how can we fuck with people a little bit? Like, how can we make it a little bit harder? How can we make it more of a challenge? How can we make it fun and spicy still? And I think this relates to what you were saying with the, we do this because we love this. It got to a point because I do this so much as I'm on my 26th year of being a DJ at this
You're no
point.
spring chicken.
Yeah, it's like, all right, every week I'm going to do this.
Right.
I got to do something to make it fun for me. So like a lot of this that you're seeing tonight it's because I needed it, you know?
Yeah, well, it's a really great setup, I
Thank
must
you.
say, for a Wednesday night in Pittsburgh. I'm really glad to be here, and no, it's a nice little community that you have here. And the setup, I was just saying earlier how the booth is what a DJ would want,
Right.
as well when you come up there. So
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
we built a home for us. This is like our new creative hub. There has been, and there will be more fun creative stuff coming out of here. I've got some cool projects that we're working on. The big platform in front of this is actually a vibrating dance floor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so we've got some ideas for some more sensory-based interactive stuff that we want to build.
Great.
Because I've been trying to get more hands-on and like design forward with what we're doing.
Right. Sky's the limit.
That's it. So, Kerem, outside of DJing, like, what are your day-to-day, like, what do you get fun from? What are you doing for fun?
I enjoy movies.
Okay.
I enjoy reading, taking walks with my dogs. That's kind of a necessity too.
What are your dogs' names?
Georgie, that's the boy, and Willoughby.
Okay.
That's right.
What kind of dogs are they?
They're both chow chows.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
I see this guy walking in Dormont all the time.
That's me. Can't miss us with the two black chows.
Okay.
They are friendly, but don't come up to us.
Good to know. Good to know. How old are your dogs?
5 and 2.
Ooh.
Yep, one's a rescue, the little one.
Okay.
And then the other one we got right at the start of COVID. Went down to one of the Carolinas to pick him up.
Okay.
Brought him back. But yeah.
Now, what is your 9 to 5? What do you do during the week?
I direct a nonprofit downtown. It's called Clean Water Action. It's an environmental advocacy group.
Okay.
Not
Are you
the
the ones
entire
that
organization.
are
just-
focused on cleaning up like the Mon River or something?
That's part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do everything related to clean water, clean air. I'm just in the Pittsburgh branch. It's
Okay.
a national organization, and within the office, there's different departments.
I'm in a couple of different social clubs, and I think one of your representatives came in to speak to us recently
Right.
to like talk about what you guys are doing and some of the fundraising you're doing right now.
They do a lot of community events
Yeah.
and just getting the word out. Probably not as much as some bigger groups, but the fight is real.
Oh yeah.
So that
I
takes
used
my-
to work for Ralph Nader.
see.
I mean, I feel like people don't really understand the urgency of the fact that like water is the most essential thing that we have in this world.
Right.
And without clean water, what are we gonna really do? So yeah, keep up doing that.
Thank you. But yeah, that takes up my day. For
Is
the
it
most
is
part.
it true, Kerem, that we also have some of the worst air in the whole country?
I think after like L.A. County, we're up there in the top 3. So
And it's crazy to think that that's from the old steel mills, and it's still a problem for
Right.
us. That's ridiculous.
That's right.
Do you remember a couple weeks ago when our cars were all just randomly covered in mud one
Yeah,
morning?
yeah.
And it's like, oh, I've been breathing that. That's wonderful.
Well, that's even worse is like when my grandmother and grandfather, they would wake up every morning and they have about that much ash on their cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my grandmother had a specific wardrobe that she would wear for like social functions in town. And then if she went downtown, she had a completely different wardrobe that she didn't mind would get completely soot-filled, blackened, like all that jazz. Yeah.
That's
Back in the day,
so
it was
crazy to
nuts.
think about. Pittsburgh was such a weird city. And
Still
like,
is.
it's still a very weird city. People are like, "Oh, Portland's weird." No, you had
No, no,
spend
no.
some time in Pittsburgh. Kerem,
I like that about it, though.
I agree. Let me ask you this: in the world of DJing, which you've been doing for quite a while, if you could plan your ideal place, time to perform, crowd, like where would you like to see yourself playing? What would be like the fantasy spot for you?
I really enjoyed the hotel spot. I feel like that's kind of my lounge.
Okay.
My spot, just a hotel lobby, lounge. maybe a bar, like a rooftop
Okay.
type setting.
I could see you rocking a rooftop.
I love any kind of exposed brick. I see some around here, so that's a natural call to me. But dim lights,
Yeah.
not too loud as well.
Okay.
So that's ideal. Like a decent crowd, not too packed either. I want there to be breathing room and
Okay.
people be able to talk. So if you know, type of crowd.
Which is interesting because I feel like the majority of, especially young DJs, would never paint that picture. But I'm with you. Like at the
Yeah.
point where I'm at in my
The
career.
older you get, the more it becomes an intimate situation that you just don't really care if there's too many people enjoying
150 people max.
Yeah,
Max.
yeah.
That's more than plenty.
Yeah.
Maybe 200.
You're gonna stick around with us while we get some
course.
other DJs
Yeah.
on?
I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it.
You set up over there? Yeah, I can spin the wheel now. All right. Wheels right here.
There we go.
We've got some fun stuff on here. I can't remember everything. I made it last week, right before the show started, and I made it all up on the fly. Ooh, you get to choose any person's here and grab their laptop and play off of that. I don't recommend me because
Not me
I
either.
deleted a bunch of shit, so you might get fucked. But you should try.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to use AVTJ's laptop.
You do that.
I feel like that would be.
That's a safe bet.
I think that just.
Hey, I
I just
won't
feel
be-
like that would vibe a lot with what I play.
I did have a huge drum and bass folder on there up until last night, but I've been doing a lot of video editing at home this last couple of weeks, and my hard drive got completely full, so I had to drop a bunch of stuff on the NAS so I can make room for the video that I was editing. So yeah, you don't want to use mine. I don't even want to use mine right now. I'm kind of scared
Just
for this
strictly
weekend.
wedding. It's just strictly wedding, and that's it.
Yeah, wedding and world music.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of Indian music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got double days of Indian events again this weekend, which last weekend
I
had double
noticed.
day of Indian events. I've gone deep into the Indian Bollywood game. I am like one of the go-to people for all of the weddings and community stuff lately for the last 2 or 3 years now.
It's got to be a good market.
It's so much fun. The food is great. The people dress amazing. Like, how many times do you want to see people in black tie and a white dress? I've seen it. I've seen it a million times. Royal purples and magentas and fuchsias and golds, and it's like, fuck yeah, man, I'm here for this. You listen to a lot of world music. You're all over the place. I know that. When you're sourcing new records, is it record pools you're following? Is it artists specifically? How are you finding stuff international? Like,
Labels,
what's
maybe?
the model look like?
Yeah, it's labels usually that send me music. I get inundated with promos, which is a good thing. I love that. I could get more. Even I won't say no. But shifting through those, listening, and then just I think what I actually love about the algorithms, because I like about records or snippets or new releases, interviews, whatever podcast mixes, it feeds me more. So yeah, that's always helpful to find it that way. And then just things that show up on my timeline. Like if you post something, that might lead me down a bit of a rabbit hole to look at something else. So I'm always looking.
You Spotify or Apple Music?
Apple Music.
Okay.
Yeah. I still stream for entertainment. I'm not against it. I mean, I know I'm not going to defeat it or whatever. So it serves its purpose.
Oh, 100%.
Plus, if I want to listen to something nostalgic driving in the car, which I'd like to do and just, sing, I can put on whatever I want.
It's like you could read my mind at certain moments. That was going to be the next words on my mouth. So are you singing in the car then?
Right.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
if the mood is right, if it's 80s, 70s,
Okay.
maybe some 90s, not so much with the newer stuff.
I have a go-to album that I sing in the car. Do you have a go-to album that you sing in the car?
Probably do some of the weekends newer albums.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I got one.
What you got?
Ready to Die.
Oh, okay.
I know every word to every Ready to Die song I've been listening. That was the first album I listened to fully.
That is honestly pretty impressive. I won't lie. I think I like you more now.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that
Is it weird that it would probably be Steely Dan for me?
What Steely Dan album though?
Probably Asia.
Okay. I grew up on Steely Dan. My mom was like a huge fan.
See, I'm 40 Ounces to Freedom. That is like my go-to. I could do the entire album start to finish
Nice.
every time. And I will belt that shit out while I drive.
See?
Yeah.
With the windows rolled down?
Oh yeah, I have no shame. Yeah. I was the DJ in a Sublime cover band for a while.
There you go.
So we toured up and down the coast in California from, essentially the Emerald Triangle, like Humboldt down to just below Pacifica, like Central Valley, that area. And I did that for like a year and a half. It was a blast. We had a good time, and in that area to play that music,
Right.
like it was an easy sell.
Yeah.
So we'd have a couple hundred people come out, and it's like skanking around on stage and acting like a fool all night. It was awesome.
Having a good time.
Being
That's right.
young. Oh man.
For sure.
How did you get your start into DJing?
As a young kid, my dad was into radio. That's
Okay.
kind of how I started at radio as well. I watched him do it.
What the hell?
When he started radio in Turkey in the early 90s, when I was going to high school, I kind of helped him just get his playlist together, put his CDs in order and everything, and he'd bring me to the station. And then eventually I started milling around enough where I was helping other DJs. I would be like a board operator, let's just say, like the person mixing while other people were hosting. And then eventually they were like, hey, well, why don't you like play on the overnight? And eventually they're like, why don't you talk? So I had a show. I had an actual 2-hour rock and roll alternative show on Turkish radio
Turkey.
On Power FM, which at the time was like I guess you might call it like a B94, like a very pop radio
Right.
station. But this was the 90s, so like the radio was a little different back then. The whole like Hadaway, What Is Love, that kind of music.
Yeah.
Like the Euro stuff that we know now is like early 90s Euro. That
Pump up
was
the jams and all that.
big time.
Yeah.
That was a huge hit at the time. So Mariah Carey, remixes, and even like originals at the time. What was it? Whitney Houston?
How old were you at this time?
17,
Oh, that's
18.
awesome.
So that's kind of how it started there. And then I came here to go to the Art Institute here in Pittsburgh under communications, like radio and music business was the degree to get, like to get an official radio degree. And that's what led to the internship at WYEP, which then turned into a show.
Okay.
So that's kind of like how the connection started. In Turkey at the station, like I got to learn to play around with like CDs at a very young age, like Denon players, like the very basic ones.
With the two little knobs or
Right.
just the buttons.
That's right. Yep. Yeah. And they would send us to like nightclubs, like beach lounge parties to like just DJ with those.
Okay.
And CDs. So that's kind of how it started. And then
What was the
coming here-
nightlife like in Turkey?
It was great because I didn't have to be 21
Right.
to go out. People went out responsibly, and that's why I think they allowed it. As long as you had money, they
Yeah.
were fine, and you weren't being like a 15-year-old idiot. But they weren't going to probably do like a bottle service table for you and your 16-year-old spoiled friends, almost.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm sorry if you mentioned it. I'm sorry. What part of Turkey?
Istanbul.
Istanbul.
Yeah,
Okay.
the big
So
city.
the
Not
main
Constantinople.
place.
No, not since
No.
a few hundred years back. So yeah, but yeah, it
Nobody's
was
business
really
with
nice.
The Turks.
That's right.
And I know that because of Tiny Toons. So
Well, it's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would fault you for not knowing it.
I
but,
appreciate that.
Yeah. So the DJing it started in Pittsburgh, like with records and
Okay.
everything, probably around like 1999, 2000, when I bought my turntables, which I still use to this day.
Okay.
Vince at Galaxy has polished them up a few times.
listen, rumor on the street is this might be his last year. So if
Oh,
you
really?
need to get
Okay.
any of your motors calibrated or anything, let it be known.
That's really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know who replaces him when he's
Yeah.
gone. So, Chris, who took over Jerry's, is raising the rent, and Vince is like, I can't do that.
So he might just retire. He might say this is a day, rather than move to a different location
Correct.
and start it all
that's
over again.
that's the word on the street.
It's been at least a decade since I've seen him, so it might be time.
Yeah.
And he does it very quickly.
Yeah, I've
very
got two pairs
efficiently.
right now that I'm like, it's time. They both should go in
Right.
for a checkup at least.
I keep them covered with like a towel, like their covers and everything, but
Oh yeah,
dust, everything, just
yeah.
you can't avoid it.
wear and tear, it happens. And,
Right.
I mean, those things, they're 40 years old probably. Mine are probably 40 years old.
See?
Yeah.
Right. So
I think he's ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Is this your custom color button?
Yeah, I just told him whatever the vibe is for what I got, just pick a color for that. So I was hoping to get ratchet shit. I was ready for that.
Aw.
I know I was hyped for that. I literally, I don't know why I planned ahead, but I was looking at my tunes and I was like, I know exactly the sequence of tunes I'm playing if I get that.
Do you like my drawing of a ratchet?
I do like it. I'm gonna
you.
get that. I'm gonna eventually get that, and that's my specialty. If I'm at a bar and it looks like these kids wouldn't like that shit, and they're asking me for like country or something, or like, and then someone comes up and is like, "Yo, can you play some Sexy Red?" I'm going in for 20 minutes every time.
Good. You should. Make them girls be thoughts. 8 minutes. AV teachers.
Oh, he's behind the thing.
Yeah, I know. But do we see it on the screen now?
Hold on. Why won't it?
That's his name.
That's his name. Why won't the timer show?
I don't know. Because you have it slid over to that other thing?
No, that's not the problem.
Huh.
He was doing some weird stuff while we were
Yeah, I was
talking
fixing
here.
something. I saw your face.
It smells really nice in here, I should say.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. For a warehouse, we try and
Yes.
keep it clean.
That's right.
Probably my vape.
Yeah, well,
All right, you ready to cut to Mr. Sling?
I'm ready.
You're
I've
unmuted.
I've been ready.
There's 8 minutes on the clock. 3, 2, 1, send it.
It appears that they have bears in space.
Kill the DJ.
Kill the DJ. Kill the DJ. Mikey motherfucking Sling in the house. Playing drum and bass all up in our fucking face.
I played TJ's song.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like,
Yeah,
wait a
I
minute.
saw that. I was like, TJ Function? I got to play that. I'm on his laptop. It's only fair.
I've never played that anywhere.
Wow.
It sounded good in the mix. I'm not going to lie.
It
you know?
fit. It worked. It was.
sounded
the bass
good.
is a little hot,
And you took the easy way out on that laptop challenge.
You told me not to pick your laptop.
know.
I couldn't use George's because he uses Tractor. I guess I could have chose low. That was like I didn't even
low
think.
left. 'Cause
Low
low's
left.
Oh, all
how you
right.
hurt.
Well, then
So you
there
were
was
hit.
no one else.
You could have picked a non-drum and bass crate. You could
I
have gone
could've.
outside of your comfort zone. You probably couldn't have actually. AV Teachers probably only has like 4 crates on his computer right
No,
now.
he has stuff I could have played. He could have
There
played
was an
old
old
school
school
hip-hop.
hip-hop.
I
There
could
was
have played
deep
some
house.
disco. He didn't have any of his cue points set. That's my only beef.
He's in reset mode.
Zero cue points.
Yeah, I just literally like deleted my entire Serato folder and said I'm starting from scratch and downloaded a bunch of music.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I have my cue points are so particular.
Yeah, I was burned out.
I won't load I'll do this with open format because I have so much fucking music that I can.
Here,
But I
I'll-
will not load a drum and bass song in there. This is just my pet peeve. I'm not hating on you.
No, that's
I'm just
fine.
saying I won't load a song in there without setting cue points. Because otherwise, like, then I'm like this, I couldn't fast mix because I had to like kind of click where I had to go. So that was the only thing, is if all the cue points were set, I probably could have slammed like three more songs in there.
Well, do you want to trade spots with me? You can come and sit over here in the big boy chair, and I'll go play over there since that's already set up for what I'm going to play on.
You're spinning the wheel?
Yeah, I'll spin the wheel.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Get some ratchet shit. I'm trying to hear some ratchet shit tonight.
To give you a little bit of insight on why I'm doing the DJ reset is I was on a gig for too long that made me a DJ I didn't want to be. So I had to delete everything and start over.
Yeah, we just did that.
There's not enough laptops.
Ratchets!
Uh-oh, Ratchet.
Is it on? Is your wireless on?
It is now.
It is now.
Let's go. How did I call that one?
Am I about to see what's about to happen? I mean, people got really excited when that came up.
You know what that means?
No.
That's like ratchet shit, like sexy red,
Cardi
like
B.
some shit that you get women on the floor shaking ass.
Megan the
see.
Stallion.
Some ass shaking music.
There you go.
For
Yeah.
me, it would be
You know,
like.
and you could
Miami
probably, you don't
bass,
even just have to do
that
Meg the
type of
Stallion in that.
sound.
Like you could do that, but you could probably throw a little back that ass up in there.
It's modern mainstream twerk.
Yeah, basically.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because twerk is a story genre, if we really want to break it down. But you
Yeah,
got
it
to
goes
start
all the
talking
way back
about
down to Miami
New
bass
Orleans
days.
and Miami bass and
Yeah.
all that stuff. Trigger Man sample.
Who did the first twerk?
Oh, wait a minute.
Who twerked?
What's his
Oh,
name?
I don't think we really know who twerked first.
No. It was it's New Orleans. I'll look it up. I'll
Orleans?
know at the
Okay.
next
We're
set.
still
New
talking
Orleans
about the
sounds
music.
right, but
No, I like have the track that first used Trigger Man. There's that. There's a Beyonce song that pays tribute to it, and as soon as I think of the Beyonce song, I'll think of the song that it samples. Yeah, we know stuff about things around here.
I think people were twerking for a while, maybe, but not officially.
they didn't
Who
actually
was the first?
officially
Who
call
was
it
the first
anything,
woman
yeah.
to twerk? That's
Eve.
the real question. Who
Eve.
twerked first?
We have painted over so much history of twerking.
Betty Davis.
There's
I
been
mean, I don't know.
twerk erasure throughout history is a real it's a problem in this society. We need to.
I, for one, am for the twerk.
This is what happens when yeah.
Period. Lucille Bogan.
Is that what it
If
says?
you guys want to look up Lucille Bogan. She makes some of the most crazy music, and she is from the
is a
1940s.
no
She's a
phone
black
zone.
woman, and she would sing about a lot of sexual things in the 40s. So she was just kind of ahead of her time.
Yeah.
Oh God, if we're gonna
She's
go
the
that
godmother
far
of
back,
Ratchet.
What about
She is the godmother of Ratchet.
what's her
She
name?
walked so
The
Megan the
blues
Stallion
lady.
could run.
Ma
She
something.
sings about giving men the clap sometimes.
What about that blues lady from the 30s and 40s?
That's who we're talking about.
Okay,
That's
okay.
literally who we're talking about.
What was her name?
Lucille Bogan.
No.
saying-
Somebody else was much more famous than her.
Also, according to ChatGPT,
Uh-oh.
there's been twerking since it was an African traditional dance. The twerk.
It wasn't called twerking.
It wasn't called twerking, but they've been twerking.
It's been culturally
They've been
appropriated.
twerking way back.
That's what I'm trying to say. Twerk erasure is real.
I mean,
Okay.
shit, we probably been twerking for thousands of years.
Eve.
1,000-year-old twerks.
Since the beginning of time. Twerking is timeless. And now you get to play a ratchet set, Mr. Guy.
What was his name? Chadwick.
I better see TJ twerk. Up there.
Yeah, I'm trying to just like quickly prep some stuff because I didn't know what to do today, but I'm gonna make it work.
That's the fun of the wheel.
It is the fun.
Come too late.
I gotta look it up.
I'm trying not to take too long doing this. I don't want to be too planned because I don't like being too planned.
Yeah, there's nothing ratchet about being prepared.
Yeah. But we're almost there. We're almost there. I got enough to get started.
Okay.
And we can go from there.
How you feel about the set, George?
I love it. Ma Rainey is who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who we talking about?
Ma Rainey,
Ah, yes, another.
a.k.a. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
There it is.
Yeah. Great movie. Anyway.
Yeah.
The set's awesome. I think you guys have done amazing work here. You should have seen what it looked like before, Kerem. It looked good, but not like this.
We still got to decorate that giant orange wall behind you guys.
Well, there was going to be a fucking cloud.
There's going to be a fucking cloud, dude.
There will be a cloud. Don't fret. It was a
always a
clear
silver lining
day
with that
today.
cloud.
The clouds blew through, but it's Pittsburgh. They'll return. Don't you worry.
We're going to have clouds. Don't you worry about it. We'll have some clouds, and we'll make sure it's perfect, okay?
That's a very
Yeah, that was excellent.
but that's a very specific Yinzer accent.
It's the good kind.
You got
Well,
8 minutes on the clock.
That's the Jim Crenn version of the Pittsburghese accent, right?
And rolling.
All right, here we go.
Break it down and I had the whole world watching. But the worst part is really who watched me. Every night I cried, I almost died, and nobody close try to stop it. Long as everybody getting paid, right? Everything will be okay, right? I'm winning, so nobody tripping. Bet if I ever fall out, everybody gon' miss it. Night,
I said certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy. Make that pull out game weak. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle, feelings inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. That's roleplay, I wear disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream. Out in public, make a scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me. Quick jump out for you, let it get inside of me. I tell them where to put it, never tell them where I'm about to be. I run down on them before I have a nigga running me. Talk your shit, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you ride that dick. While you really ain't never got him fucking for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots and your coat for this wet ass pussy. He bought a phone just for pictures of this wet ass pussy. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass pussy. Now make it rain if you wanna see some wet ass pussy.
Look, I need a hard hit, I need a deep stroke, I need a Henny drink, I need a weed smoke. Not a garden snake, I need a king cobra with a hook in it, hope it lean over. He got some money, then that's where I'm headed. Pussy A1, just like his credit. He got a beard when I'm tryna read it. I let him taste now, he diabetic. I don't wanna spit, I wanna go, I wanna get it, I wanna body. I can make the party hot, I can make your body rock. I can make the party hot, I can make your body rock. I can make the party hot, I can make your body rock. I can make the party hot, I can make your body rock. Once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a bitch who nigga wanna fuck on me. Said my face bomb, ass tight, rack stuck up shack height, jury on me flashlight. I've been listening since last night, hit him with that good, make a nigga act right. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. Big bag pussy, not the Bentley band. Take a man, Balenciaga party back and all these bitches fuck. It's big bags pussy, not the Bentley band. Take a man, working back, party back and all you bitches fuck. If it's working back, party back and all you bitches fuck. If it's working back, party back and all you bitches fuck. If it's working back, party back and all you bitches fuck. If it's working back, party good like Mariah Carey. Got these niggas so obsessed. My pussy so famous, might get managed by Kris Jenner next. He can't move on, can't let it go. He hook nose full of that Tina Snow. And since niggas need making help to make money, bitch, come be my hoe. All of you bitches is weak on the Bible. Talking shit for a no one can find you. I can never be judged by a bitch that was dancing, making all candy go viral. Hey, I'm sexy as fuck and I'm freaky. Get whoever I want any meaning. Why the fuck would I stay with a nigga that's weak in the sheets and don't know how to please me? Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Say he fuck make it on bodies on bodies. Bodies on bodies. Say he fuck bodies on bodies on bodies. Say he on bodies 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 on. Once upon a time, and I heard that I was ugly. Came from a chick who when I touch, I said my face bomb, abs tight, rack stuck up, shack height, jury on me, flashlight. I've been listening since last night. Hit 'em with that good, make you wanna act right. Broke boys don't deserve no kitty. I know that's right. Big bag, listen, not the Bentley band. Take a man, Balenciaga brought it back. No how I give it up. It's big bags, listen, not the Bentley band. Take a man, working back, party back. No how I give it up. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up. If it's up, then it's stuck. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Huh?
Girl, you look good, want to back that thing up. You's a big fine woman, want to back that thing up. Call me Big Daddy when you back that thing up. Girl, who are you playing with? Back that thing up. Girl, you look good, want to back that thing up. Girl, you look good, want to back that thing up. You's a big fine woman, want to back that thing up. Call me Big Daddy when you back that thing up. Girl, who are you playing with? Back that thing up. Girl, you working with me back, yeah. Just back, yeah. Nigga, you wanna spend this cash, yeah. This last year, girls proud with the cash, yeah. They mad, yeah. You can ride in the jag, yeah. But that, yeah, you can smoke a fire bag, yeah. A crash, yeah. Got you one day like a flash, yeah. A trash, yeah. I'm a bitch, I'm scared, yeah. Guns spray, yeah. I'm clear here to super, yeah. Clear Billy, yeah. But I be taking wood, yeah. I'm out the hood, yeah. Let it be understood, yeah. It's all good, yeah. Gotta dance to your Lord, yeah. On the hard, yeah. Move moving in broad, yeah. One who's broad, yeah. But you could do a trick, yeah. On the stick, yeah. You claiming you wanna get, yeah. They ain't it, yeah. I'm the daddy with the money, yeah. Don't make money, yeah. Got you birds in the money, yeah. By the hundred, yeah. Girl, you look good, want to back that thing up. You a big fine woman, want to back that thing up. Call me Big Daddy when you back that thing up. Girl, who are you playing with? Back that thing up. Girl, you look good, want to
Put your hands up. 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 Put your hands up.
Bounce that thing till you can't no more. Make it touch the floor till your legs are broke. Take that big old booty, girl, and scrub the ground. You can do it up and down, around and round. As long as that monkey ain't stiff, dance and make all the players wanna get a hit. Like a strip at a club in the ATL. Little freak tore it up, they started raising hell. I remember Magic City before the freak went for the police. Went on all them week trips. All the big girls get loose with it. All the skinny girls that Bruce hit it. Let a player Kenny girls that Bruce hit it. Let a player Kenny girls that Bruce hit it. Let a player Kenny girls that Bruce. What's my favorite word?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ratchet.
I tried. It was pretty
I,
ratchet.
It was a bit ratchet.
It was pretty ratchet. I feel like the ending wasn't ratchet enough.
You're too young for that.
That look
It
that
was,
you just
but
gave
I don't
Mikey
know.
Sling
I
said a
Too
1,000
short
words.
isn't ratchet enough.
Too Short was definitely ratchet.
No, the one before that.
I was also too short. The last 2 songs were too short.
I mean, Too Short's
Why
pretty
does it say
fucking ratchet.
"Get Nasty" on the screen?
Where?
On your lower third.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah, it
Okay,
says "Get
so-
Nasty" right now.
Oh, that's neat.
Too Short, ratchet, definitely. Slick Rick, I would say ratchet, definitely.
Ooh,
But let's
okay.
go even further back. Does anybody remember? Oh boy, Schoolie D. Of
course.
Yeah.
That was about as ratchet as it got
Right.
in the '80s.
No, who was
There's a really good
2 Live Crew,
Bruce
bud?
Willis. Scooby
Yeah,
Dee
that's the
story.
late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s. Luke,
Yeah,
the 2 Live Crew.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
Luke
feel like
from
some
Two
Two
Live Crew.
would've
Oh
been
yeah,
fire.
I mean, Two Live Crew is ratchet.
That's it.
I mean, have you ever really listened to old Biz Markie? Because that dude said some wild shit.
Yeah,
in his
he
raps.
did. He did.
But
This
he
is
said it with a
prior
smile.
to You Say He's Just a Friend.
Yeah.
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 The fucking booger songs. He's got
Yeah.
songs about boogers. It's great.
I would say if you want ratchet, the best thing to find, if you can find it even more, I don't know if you can. Do you guys remember the CD or cassette series called Rap Masters?
No.
Oh, try and find it.
Okay.
Unbelievable stuff. Stuff you probably didn't even know was available around that time. Like, that's where I discovered Schoolie D, actually.
Have you ever found any of the like questionable hip hop Christmas music that's out there?
Some.
There is some. There's some good ones about basically like, just like getting pussy for Christmas. And it's just like this was somebody's idea for the holidays. This is what they thought
Is
was
that
gonna.
in lieu of I'm getting nothing for Christmas, or
I mean, it's kind of both. If you're getting pussy, you're also getting nothing. Hey,
It's something. It's something.
no, it's nothing.
Who's Broski? Are you DJing? All right. Well, you're not gonna use this. So why don't we have George come next?
All right.
Because you two will use the same controller if Tessa's playing. So why don't we tractor it up?
Okay.
Mikey, host the show.
Tess
All
is
right.
not.
Tessa's not playing.
That doesn't matter.
So you're gonna head back to the table. We're gonna set George up.
I'm
Yeah.
also not spinning the wheel tonight. I have a plan.
Okay.
All right.
Plan it up.
You gotta. There's gotta be like some type of. You gotta redeem something to not spin the wheel. You need credits.
Ooh.
Or you gotta embarrass yourself.
Social equity credits.
Yes.
We have not agreed that that's the case.
We're about to form a committee as you set up to discuss this matter. I think that it's something that should be on the table. Just saying.
So how have you enjoyed the music so far?
I have enjoyed it. Nice
Yeah?
change in tempo.
What do you, if you're not mixing vinyl or that stuff, like, do you have anything else you like to mix?
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
For the show, it's 4 hours every week, so
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
to play everything. For fun at home, I usually play house music. Just
Okay.
if I want to just play some records.
Like with house, like what? Give me like examples.
What do you mean?
Like what artists? What artists are you playing if you're playing some house?
Theo Parrish.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like Detroit stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually going to Movement for the first time.
There you go.
On this year. I'm pretty excited.
A lot of Pittsburgh people go every year.
Yeah, I don't know that much house. Like I mix house, a lot of tech house, but I don't know that much house, so I'm kind of intrigued. And there's just like some wild stuff like there. Like there's this one girl that I've been looking into called Horse Girl. Okay. She plays like, if I could show you a picture of her, it would explain it. But she like puts all this makeup on and
She's the German chick.
yeah, and she plays like upbeat, almost hardcore techno.
Okay.
Like they just.
She'll
I
be
feel
there.
like so when it
Full
comes
horse
to
face.
German people,
Oh, wow.
they play hard techno, and which is basically just slightly slowed down hardcore. That they don't want to call hardcore because they don't want to be associated with
Hardcore.
the Netherlands.
Yeah. Oh.
So like that's like a beef, like you know what I mean? It's like I don't know. It's like punk rock in California versus punk rock, or punk rock in England versus punk rock in New York. You know, like it's like a who really is punk rock. You know what I mean?
Wow.
But you know what I mean. It's just like that's like how they.
I want to talk more about Horse Girl.
Yeah.
So let's go back to her for a second.
Actual horsemen.
She is amazing looking. This person, I don't know who it is, obviously, because they are anthropomorphic. But like sassy anthropomorphic, if you will. Like if Barbie could be a horse, this would be what Horse Girl is, but also like 6'5".
I feel like you need to pull up a picture.
Huh?
Yeah. I feel like you need to show them.
I wish I could do picture in picture. One of these days, we're gonna have that as a feature, and we're gonna
I mean,
be able to just pull it
I'll
up
carry
on the
it up.
screen.
I feel like you could see it enough to
Hold
get
on,
the gist of what it is.
I gotta really show you this because
I feel like it's going to be worth it.
it's
It
really,
is.
it
It's
really is
wild.
worth
Even
it.
seeing her in interviews, it's wild. And I've seen what she really looks like. She's like not famous otherwise. It's just she is Horse Girl. That's her DJ stuff. And then otherwise, but it'd be kind of nice, like.
That's her.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She's like, this is what bronies were waiting for.
There we go.
100%. She is full on Horse Girl.
Wow.
I'm excited for all of that for you.
That's gonna be insane.
When I went to Movement, the headliners were Masters at Work.
Nice.
You're going for Horse Girl.
Well, that's not why I'm going, but
I'm just saying, the world has really spiraled
It
out
has.
of control.
That's right.
I don't care, honestly. Like, if you got a gimmick and it's working for you and people are coming out and you're playing tunes and people are happy, like, more fucking power to you, man.
Right.
I don't want to bash anybody's fucking thing.
And it's just like the culture out in Berlin and in Germany is so much different than here, and like I don't know, that kind of stuff is like they're it is, but at the same time it's like very welcoming, more than you'd think it was. Like, yes, it takes a lot to get into clubs, but if you get into a club there, you feel really welcome because of like they really try to like let people into each club based on the vibe of who they are. That creates an environment that you're gonna like.
Very inclusive.
Yeah, not really inclusive. It's like you'll get turned down at the door, but like when you get turned down there, it's like not that you're not allowed in the club. It's just you're not meant for
You're
this.
not beautiful enough.
I just let 200 people in this door that are complete goths, and you're wearing super like colorful. You just wouldn't fit in with them. There's a club down the street that would be all you, and they don't want. That's how they keep the scene like separated. Not really, you know what I mean? Separated.
That's a
but, like,
talented doorman.
Yeah, no.
Right.
I remember when we used to have like lines to get into clubs.
Right.
That is a thing of the past in this city, man.
It could not be a sausage fest.
Yeah.
On the inside, like they'd limit
Yeah.
the amount of the guys going in.
It's true. It's an art form that people kind of lost, and they just became like cash hungry at some point. We're like, no, we'll just get them all, and then you ended up like destroying your market.
Right.
I growing up in nightlife, like legitimately my entire life, and obviously you did radio was your entire life. You've been able to see the trends and how everything has kind of come up and down over the years. COVID obviously being like something that threw us all through a fucking tizzy.
Right.
Do you ever expect that the live experience will come back the way that it was before?
For like seeing music out and like going out club
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah.
It's still there to an extent, and maybe some people have reservations about going out, getting exposed or whatever, but there's still things happening. It's a matter of like people continuing to do it because the venue might not be supportive, they might not have the energy. There's a million reasons not to do it, but there's a good amount of people still doing it each week, month.
I agree. I feel like we were at one point a quality over quantity, and then we hit the quantity phase for a while, and now we're
Right.
dropping back into a quality phase a little bit.
That's a good spot to be.
Yeah. The big issue that I see Pittsburgh facing is we're losing venues. We lost venues.
Right.
Like COVID killed people. COVID killed venues. But I'm excited to see like the new Warhaw venue that's opening up.
Okay.
And then Live Nation has a new venue that's opening up, which that's cool.
I heard about a new spot, Lion something in the north side.
I don't know about this one yet.
Their Instagram page I saw said vinyl spinning.
Oh, interesting.
So that I chuckled.
Yeah.
when I saw that, but
I wonder who's doing that. I haven't heard anything about it yet.
yeah, they only have one post, and I think it's the logo.
Okay.
It's just a black background with a lion.
Oh, that's cool. I know.
Cocktail, like a cocktail lounge.
Yeah. I know Government Center's been doing like some vinyl nights.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have
Even like
space.
like New Amsterdam recently restructured like their whole setup.
I was
And
just
like
there.
they're doing like house music. I think they had someone that played vinyl last week, like all house vinyl set on the weekends, and they like,
Right.
like I feel like the city's getting more like hips to that.
Sarah,
kind
the
of stuff.
GM over there, is like an OG raver. She's awesome.
Yeah, I just played there a few weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
For Sarah
Yeah.
on Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
It was gonna be me all vinyl, but I did go the lazy CDJ routes for that, and I still brought my own stuff, but I brought CDJs and thumb drives to play on.
Yeah. I do. I run the karaoke there on Thursdays.
Yeah, they have a nice booth too.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
it's nice.
It's nice to see spots give importance.
Were you
to the
doing
booth.
like the dark wave night?
It's the night after that.
Okay.
So like Saturday is like the house night.
Okay, gotcha.
7-Up's been there pretty regularly, I think. And then, yeah.
He's going to be on our show too.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Selecta, if you know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. Like they have like a bunch of old school house DJs. It's kind of a cool vibe.
I'm glad that you followed up old with old school, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
bunch
seriously,
of
man.
old
Watch
DJs
that.
there.
Watch that shit.
That's right.
They let all these fucking old guys come in.
Emotional damage.
Right.
George.
Yo.
How'd your tractor?
Good. Ready to go.
All right. Where'd you park it? This is too easy. So there's an ongoing riff because George uses tractor.
Okay.
Yeah. Feel free to jump in and shame him for it.
See, Kerem's not going to do that to me. Because he's nice.
Did you say shave
but he's
him
thinking
or
it.
shame him?
He's thinking
We can
it, though.
shave.
No, you cannot shave me.
That's a different podcast.
That's right.
You said you got something planned for us this
I
evening.
do. So in my research, I found something that I didn't know existed, and I freaking love it. I found a label that's out of New Zealand. And I've never seen a label out of New Zealand before.
Okay.
So I'm highlighting tracks all from that label.
Very cool.
And it's going to get cool, I think.
I love that.
What is the label?
That's very right.
What's the label called?
Oh, God, that's a great question.
Bum, bum, bum.
Maybe after the set.
Yeah.
We can find out. How about that?
Red Line Records.
There we go.
George, how was your trip?
I didn't go.
I thought you went for part of it.
Nope.
No.
And we'll talk about that later, but
Okay.
I'm not happy about it.
Oh.
So.
Well, let the music make you happy.
Yeah, exactly.
mash it up, burn it up and nice it up. Mash it up, mash it up, mash it up, burn it up and mash it, nice it up. Burn it up and mash it up, nice it up. Burn it up and mash it up, just mash it up, just burn it up, just. When I be a powder puff, when I be a powder puff, turn it up and burn it up and mash it up. Some man come and a up and a puff.
the DJ.
Urge.
Yo.
I enjoyed the rhythms of them drums.
Thank you.
Dad bod.
That's why I absolutely love that label. I think everything I played from it was pretty awesome.
How did your musical journey land you in New Zealand?
SoundCloud. That's where most of my musical journeys lead me. Yeah.
I'm glad he took those intrusive lights off of your face just now.
Yeah,
it was very distracting trying to look at you.
It was
you were
blinding.
really, you manned up real well there. You were like, I'm just going to tolerate this bullshit.
George has a lot of surface area. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Wait, press the dad bod button now.
Did you have to do that?
It doesn't actually say dad bod.
It says that.
It sounds it.
It does. It definitely sounds like dad bod.
You're going to make that a thing if it's the last thing you do.
I've already made it a thing.
I
I just
think
called it the
everyone's
dad
made
bod
it a
button, and
thing.
you knew exactly what to press.
How many of the default buttons are there?
Oh, God. I don't know yet.
There's dad bod.
There's dad bod.
How many sounds do I have?
There's air horn. There's the Price is Right. There's smoke
It's like
weed every day.
37, I want to say.
Can we hear a random one? Just surprise us.
Oh,
There we go.
I hate when I hear that one.
There's that. Yeah. What's this one's a good one.
Nice.
The dramatic.
Next up.
Yeah, that's, isn't that the wasted thing on,
That's on like everything. I think this is called Vine.wave.
That sounds like the afterburner of a
I
space
thought that
jet.
was the sound that happened if you died in Grand Theft Auto.
What's this button do?
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Oh wow.
Of course.
Yeah, I got a bunch of
Should've never
Seinfeld
gave that
on here.
man buttons.
I got so many buttons.
Almost as many screens.
You know,
It's getting there.
we're working on it. Oh, hold up.
Broski, you DJing there, Chief.
Yes. You're next, sir.
Then you're next. You're going to close us out for the evening. Kerem, what'd you think about George's set?
I liked it. Red Line Records.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Yeah, upbeat.
I love that. George puts a lot of thought into his sets most of
And
the weeks.
he seemed to get in a good number in 8 minutes. Like, you played a few tracks, not just... I would have done maybe 2. That's me.
So that was a big part of the early conversation in the show. Is we started off as 10-minute sets,
Right.
And when you have like 6 people in here doing 10-minute sets with
Right.
banter in between,
Sure.
it becomes a long show.
I get it, yeah.
And then everybody was like, 8 minutes. I don't know if that's long enough.
Right.
But then we all started like, cram studying for an 8-minute set. Now it's
Right.
like, okay, I can put 6 songs, 8 songs into 8 minutes and still have it make sense.
Nice.
And I started looking at like the DMC battles and the different DJ battles that are out there. Red Bull 3 Style is the big one, and they do an 8-minute routine for a Red Bull. So I was like, all right, in theory, because we're doing this 8-minute challenge every week, we're falling within the guidelines of like the preparation for this sort of thing.
Right.
Now, obviously, not everybody here is going to be a battle DJ or even want to be a battle DJ, but having some sort of guidance in that structure, I think, helped us lean into the 8-minute set.
It helps them, too,
Yeah.
to have to do that, because that's not something you're going to do a lot.
Right? What we do like now is the 30-minute set. So yours is the second one.
Okay.
Last week was the first time we did the guest artist 30-minute set, and I really like this vibe for the show because I feel like it gets us into music right away versus just banter,
Sure.
but still gives us the time for this part of it.
Yeah. Gives us something to talk about.
Gives us something to talk about. It also lets the people know that this show is more about the music and not about just me sitting here talking and
Right.
making weird jokes and like talking about shit that happened 30 years ago in the rave scene in Pittsburgh, because that tends to be where we end up talking.
That's okay.
Or
I
my
don't-
personal preference in underwear.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Do you have a personal preference in underwear?
No, who wears underwear?
Oh, sassy. I love that. So, Carol.
But I mean, if I'm at the gym, then
Yeah.
just appropriate enough. I'm not crazy.
Funny
I'll just put
enough
it
that
way.
you bring that up, I was watching something earlier today about gymnasiums and gladiators and how they all used to work out naked, and that that was the thing. You went to the gym and you were just like naked to work out, and I was like, I feel like that's dangerous.
There's still a little bit of that in the shower scene. Like some people just,
Okay.
they free ball it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
really what they're doing. And no shame, but just pride and everything, and good for them.
There's always that old dude that walks in when you're getting changed at the
Right.
gym, and he's just like
I've seen
balls touching his fucking kneecaps.
I've seen some younger ones too, so some they're picking it up too. I look down.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get through. Look down.
Yeah, I just
Don't bump into anything.
I don't know, like, at what age do you just say, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to put my hands on my hips and walk like this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me, boys.
It seems to be 70 from the research I've done on just,
See.
paying attention to the world.
Ask and ye shall find out, I guess. Thank you.
I can
Yeah.
only hope to get to that point in my life.
Yeah, becoming a septuagenarian is, there's a lot of license that comes with that, apparently.
What about you though? Underwear. Like now that you brought it up.
Sax.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. but-
So,
Oh, God, here we go.
Brand. Oh no! Here we go.
We haven't talked about this in weeks.
Uh-oh.
yeah.
He was trying to get a sponsorship from these people.
Listen.
See, well,
It's spelled SAX.
2 X's.
Oh, sorry, 2 X's.
2 X's.
You're fired, George.
It's a jockey short that holds like a mesh cup to hold you in place better.
Okay.
But it's very breathable, so there's no chafing or sweating in the summer.
Okay, good.
I'm outside doing weddings, and
Right.
like I was having some issues this last summer. It was very humid,
Right.
and this solved all my problems. So I'm a big supporter of Sax, and if you don't have a pair, you should get some. And if anybody from Sax is watching this and you want to send me some, I will continue to talk
What
about
are the
them.
odds that that's actually happening, TJ?
George, you don't know the magic that is TJ Harris. Sit
Okay.
back and you shall see.
Dad bod.
Bresky.
That is the magic that is TJ Harris.
Bresky.
What's your underwear preference?
I don't know. Boxer
Turn it on.
briefs.
Okay.
Classic.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a tip. See how you're holding that microphone?
Yeah.
That's a terrible way to hold a microphone.
How should I hold it?
On the black part, move your hand down. There you go. And then
make
you want to
sure
get
that's
that thing like right under
right up
your
here.
bottom lip there.
Super close.
There it
There
is.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to yell into it. You're nice and clear. See, when you put your hand up top here like this, you see how my voice changed just
yeah,
now?
it's almost like echoed.
Yeah. But if you have that open, it's going to pick you up nice and clear.
Omnidirectional mics.
I wouldn't recommend doing this right now, but it's better to drop it the way you're holding it too, compared
yeah,
to
no, I was
holding it up
told
top.
Definitely not dropping it.
I made a big fuss at a wedding a couple years ago because the bride's grandfather was the officiant, and he really wanted to have a wireless mic. No problem. I was going to put a lapel. He wanted a handheld. All right, brand new. Just got this thing. Brand new. Spent like $900 or something.
Oh wow.
He's standing on a step stool because he didn't want to be shorter than them, and he was a very tiny man. He's about 6 feet up in the air at this point.
Oh dear.
And he goes and just drops it at the end. And I'm sitting there and I'm like trying real hard not to motherfuck this guy because he's a judge.
Right.
And I'm like being real cool because it's still the beginning of the wedding.
Is
and
he
I,
the
Way to
father,
show
father of
restraint.
the bride? Or?
grandfather of the bride and a judge in the county. So I bit my lip and it'll be fine.
Right.
But I complained so heavy to the wedding planner that day
Good.
that I got a tip in the mail for the cost of the microphone.
Good.
Yep. So
See, karma.
kudos to her. Highly recommend them.
Nice.
I'm not going to say who it is on air, but if anybody ever asks me to work with them, you should.
Okay.
This one
Nice.
looks like it's been
Yeah.
dropped once or twice.
Was that? Oh
Yeah.
no.
No, that's not that
yeah,
one.
That's not the mic. Yeah, yeah.
Nah, that's just an old beater SM58.
That's my SM58.
Yeah, like I said, it's an old beater SM58.
That's not a beater.
Look at
that
that.
one was brand new when I brought it here.
Is that what broke my speaker?
I don't know what broke your speaker.
I don't believe you.
Wasn't me, that's for damn sure.
So, broski,
Yes, sir.
how are we doing on our DJ journey, my friend?
Oh, we're doing all right. I'm enjoying it.
Okay.
Moving into different genres recently.
What are we going to hear tonight?
I got some more deep dub, but I put some garage in one of them. So
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see what that sounds like.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
You ready, bud?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Sweet.
8 minutes on the clock.
You see, you got a clock on the table now, so that'll give you a warning. You ready, sir? Three.
If nobody has actually officially said thank you very much, AVTJ. That
Yes.
is
Thank you, TJ. Thank you, TJ. Thank you, TJ.
That part. All right. Thank you. 3, 2, 1, go, sir. Kill
Yeah.
the DJ.
Hey, broski. What did you think about that set?
Ooh,
I
classic
don't think
TJ
it was
line.
too bad.
I think it was actually your best so far.
It was a good set.
Yeah.
I
it
thought
very
George was
well
going to
done.
get down on you for not picking up headphones even once.
I don't know though. That Rugrats set, that one was really good too.
It was a good set. Period. This was a good set. You played this well. The entire thing flowed. It was in key.
Transitions were great.
Transitions were clean. There was not a moment where I was like, nah, you're not getting it there.
It's important that you threw a vocal track in there too. It wasn't all instrumental. that
Yeah,
makes a difference
yeah,
too.
it really does because people don't just want to hear beats the whole entire time. They want some sort of vocals.
Yep. Yep. Well, it depends on the crowd, but yeah.
You know,
It can help break things up.
I have a hard time with just instrumental music the entire time. I start to like disconnect from the music because of that, or I just start getting in my own head because my inner monologue is so loud that like I start just making up my own song, and the next thing I know, I'm not even paying attention to what's happening anymore. So, you know, that's just a me thing.
I'm struggling with the house right now, trying to get the phrasings right.
Yeah, 32s and 64s instead of 8s and 16s.
Yeah.
Why? You just got to see good house music. It'll change.
I mean, the majority of the
was like
shit that
that for
I
a long
play is
time.
all in the house realm. I mean, do you like what I play?
You can tell him no.
Okay.
That was a nice way of saying it. Yeah.
No, totally.
I tell you what, I did not like house music until I went to this is the second time it's come up tonight. I went to Movement and Masters at Work were the headliners, and
That's
seeing Louis
house
Vega
music.
and those guys up there fucking crushing it, I was like, I like house music now. I am officially a house music fan. This is going to be something that I'm going to dig deeper into and like completely change the way that I looked and appreciated house music.
I feel like there's certain like styles of house that I like that I can't really explain because I don't really know.
You need that old soulful shit with Jack getting his fucking groove.
Maybe. I just think I am just a bass head and I just like really bassy
Like-
sub bass stuff. I don't know.
The John Summit type of house music right now is not my bag.
I don't
And-
like it either.
Yeah. But I like house music that has elements of other things. Jazz could be, could be disco, could be lots of different things. I like house music that challenges me. And if I'm challenged, then I think I'm doing something challenging as a DJ in the same way, too. So,
Well said.
thank you.
So, George,
Yo.
what happened? Your water main broke.
Yes, no.
No.
So it was
Your water
so
heater.
I live in a duplex. I have
Okay.
a tenant upstairs.
Okay.
And her hot water heater sprung a leak.
Okay. Oh.
And it nearly exploded.
Oh.
Okay. It was like ripped at the seam. But
Okay.
it didn't actually explode.
Yeah.
So, and that happened at like 3:00 in the morning before I was supposed to leave to go to Austin. And so I had to find a plumber. Nobody was going to come after 3 a.m. So I had to wait till the morning. Had to wait for them to actually replace the damn thing. Took a while, but it was really nice. I love the fact that they responded as quickly as they did. Of course, took a lot of money to fix the problem, but But then I went to try and get another ticket to go, and all the other days, if I wait, like Thursday or Friday, it was an extra $300 or $400. So I said, "Fuck it, I can't afford that."
What were you going to Austin for?
So my buddy, he has a ranch out there. It used to be a working cattle ranch, but it's no longer. It is an animal sanctuary now. They have a bunch of cows, pigs, goats, and what have you. It's a vegan place, and they're trying to turn it into a wedding venue because he's a wedding DJ plus a nationally known DJ. His name is the Silver Rider. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. He's a disco DJ, but whatever. He has this thing that he gets his friends together to go spend a weekend during their anniversary, and drink, drug, play music for 3 straight days. Whatever. It's a fun time. It's ethereal. The place is crazy.
Is there an orgy?
No.
Oh.
No.
I don't want to go then.
No. As
Not
far
that
as I
was
know,
invited.
I never came across one. But we haven't done it since prior to the pandemic. So it was kind of a big fucking deal for me to miss it.
Oh,
But
buddy.
Now they'll probably do it again in 5 years.
5 years?
Yep.
This isn't an every anniversary party?
Nope.
Oh.
It's too much for them to put it together.
That makes sense. That's still sad. I'm sorry, bud.
It's all right. It happens.
So wait,
That's what happens when you're an adult.
you own a
just have
duplex?
to- Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
My
That's
family,
smart.
My family owns it.
Okay, that's smart. So
yeah.
AV Teachers, are you DJing? Or are you just plugging that in for later?
I mean, I like DJing. We can go home though. It's late.
It is late.
Yeah, it is.
It's a long show. It's a good show.
Kerem, thank you so much for coming, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
This is awesome.
Really appreciated it.
I feel great. You let me be on your show. Now you're on my show. This is fantastic.
Yeah, thank you,
Heck
sir.
yeah, bro.
Yes.
George, good
I
call.
still need
calling
to get
Kerem.
onto your show, Kerem.
Tune into Kerem's show, Dub Mission, Saturdays, midnight to 4 a.m., WYEP 91.3 FM. It is the home for all of the most interesting, exotic, fun, experimental music that you will find. I wanted to get good adjectives for you.
That's great.
Thank you.
I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yep.
TJ, you know what to do.
Play us out, buddy.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm going to start mooting you, George.